Busy moms, those who travel a lot for business, and for all of us who have no time to exercise, this is it. Listen up.
Yeah, it's really tough. What if we told you that you could have the body you want by working out for just 20 minutes a week? Emmett Miller's live at Myogenics Fitness in West Hollywood. They say they have the details. Tell us about it. We don't understand.
I can't hear anything. Point to me if I'm on.
You're on.
All right.
You're on.
Mix minus again. All right, so I can't hear you, but I'm going to tell you about this. It's called Myogenics. And essentially what you're doing is you're taking all of the stress and all of the muscle load that you'd normally get by going into the gym, throwing the weights around, putting as much weight as you can on there, and you're squeezing it into a 20-minute time frame. The principle here is that you essentially cannot stop. You let it down to where it almost touches, and then you start up again, and you're going slowly. And let me tell you something. You don't need to put much weight on here before your muscles start shaking. And what Chad Morris, standing behind me, does is make sure that you don't stop until the pain is so intense that you want to move on to the next segment. Chad?
Well, right. Our goal is to just fatigue the muscles thoroughly and get a great response that lasts several days. So you don't have to do this every day. You can do it once or twice a week and get great results that way.
But people are going to say, if I only do it once or twice a week, what about aerobic exercise? Well, how am I going to burn all those calories I ate last night?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people try to use exercise to burn calories, but exercise isn't very good for that. Diet is a much better way to control calories. Exercise, if it's done correctly, becomes very, and I see your muscles shaking a little bit there, the exercise is very aerobic and creates a tremendous cardiovascular benefit just from the intensity.
Now, Chad, when you came up with this about, what was it, about 10 years ago, you found that all you need is, oh man, I can't do this anymore. Wow, all you need is like maybe 3 different machines in order to make this thing do your whole body, right?
Yeah, our goal is to try to work as many muscles simultaneously as possible. I'll take that from you.
Yeah, and this one is the back exercise, I guess?
This is working your lats, your arms, your shoulders, all together.
What about people that have problems with certain parts of their body? Like if I have a bad back or something like that, how does this work in with that?
Yeah, what we do for that is we're being very precise in the way that we perform the exercises. So we're able to give someone just the amount of weight that they need and move them through the proper range of movement so that even if someone has an injury, they're able to work around that effectively.
Now, I know we can't hear Mark Kriske, but he's going to say, oh, my gosh, I can't believe you're telling me 20 minutes a week. What about Olympic bodybuilders? What about Olympic marathoners? You don't see them doing this. You don't see people like that that compete at those levels and make a lot of money only doing 20 minutes a week. And how do you respond to him?
Yeah, well, ordinarily we wouldn't let people talk during an exercise like this because it's too intense. The intensity is so high that you can't do more than that. You're exhausted. With the case of an athlete, you have to train for that specific skill, and that training has to happen every day. But for strength, which is important, you need to balance the intensity with how often you're doing the training.
What about diet?
Yeah, diet's critical. That's a really good point. Again, people try to use exercise to burn calories, but it's not that good for that. Diet is the way to really make sure that you're consuming the right level of calories and being healthy, and that's probably 80% of the results someone gets is through their diet.
Now, I'll tell you, in times past, Carlos Michele, I've gone in and thrown as much weight as I can on bars, tried to throw 315, 3 wheels up doing bench press. And this hurts your muscles more than that. I'll tell you what the difference is. When you put the weight on the bar and you're just about to, oh man, and you're just about to put up a lot of weight in the normal gym, you know exactly how much you're going to do, and you know how long the pain's going to last. With this, it's just constant, constant, constant until you can't move anymore, and then you go on to the next thing. So I kind of believe it.
Wow.
Chad Morris, Emmett Miller, back to you.
Emmett, great.
Really
That's very
interesting
You
stuff.
can see how, you know, and he's in great shape, and he works out all the time, so you know that it's really an intense workout.
One thing that, maybe we can even check and find it. Are these are specific machines?
Well, that's what
they look
kind of
similar.
Myogenic
Right.
machines or something.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
okay.
they must be.
So we have more information on KTLA.com if you're interested in what Emmett was talking about.
Coming up, we're going to continue to celebrate